Hello guys, today I'll be talking about a problem in digital fundamentals related to K-mapping, and I'll walk you through solving the problem, and I'll also give you tips, like 5 summary rules on the things that you need to look out for while working on these type of problems in the future. And so let's get into it. So the objective is to find the simplest equation for this KMap. So let me just make the KMap that we have been given. So that's A, B, B naught, C naught, D, C, D, C, D naught. So we have 4 ones here, and we have 2 ones here, and we have 2 ones here, and everything else is a 0. So the equation for y4 will be so first, while you're working on KMap, always group the groups in boxes first, so that you can just go back to it. So we're going to use this for group of 4, this group of 4, and this group of 4. So the first one, this group, will be A naught C, and that's because if you look at the rows, A naughts, they both have A naught, but there's B and B naught, and when there's an input and there's a not of that input, or then you don't use that. So that's what we get from the rows, and from the columns we get they both have C, but there's D and D naught, so we don't use that. And now let's look into this. That would be B naught C. So we'll look at the columns first, and this and that. So there's B naught in both of them, so we take that. But there's A and A naught, so we don't care about A. It doesn't matter what the value of A is in this. It doesn't matter if it's 0 or 1. That's basically why we don't use it. And let's look at the columns for this. So that would be, they both have C, but they have D and D naught, so we don't use D. So let's do it the same for this group of 4. That would be A naught, D naught. As you can see, we both have A naught, but there's both of B, so we don't use that. And there's D, and there's D naught. Yeah, it's C and D naught, yep. Okay, so they both have D naught, so we use D naught, but there's C naught and C. So the equation for y4 is just this, B naught C plus A naught and D naught, right? So that's the equation for y4. So I'll just give you like few tips or like rules that just to be wary in, to think about like when you're solving future problems regarding K-maps. First, always remember no zeros are allowed. And to explain on that, just don't group any zeros. That's what it is. You only group ones. So if there's a 0, you don't group them. But there's something that known as don't cares, which you can group if it makes your group larger. So second is no diagonals. So you can't group anything diagonal. So like these, if these two are 0 and these two are 1, you can't group them together. So that's what 3. Groups must be as large as possible. So if you have a group of 4, then use one group of 4 instead of using 2 group of 2. So that's what that is. You know, like as you can see here, we have four ones together. Instead of we would rather use it as one group of 4 than 2 groups of 2. You should always use it as one group of 4. You always have to. It's not a choice. And the fourth is overlapping is allowed. So, you know, as we can see, we did that in this example as well. So we use this group before, and then we use these two. So overlapping is allowed. So that's that. 5. Fewest group. Try to make as few group as you can possibly make. And these are some of the rules, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Thank you.